프로토스.
Let me.
프로토스가 걸렸는데, 자, 이번에 보여드릴 빌드는 어떤 빌드를 할까요? 원래 테란전을 하려 했는데
What build should I do for this guide?
973을 많이들 보시니까
973. I shall show you 973.
강의 많이들 보셨으니까 이거 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
Does he always wear that shirt?
Maybe.
973은 무엇이냐?
What is 973?
3회철 히드라예요. 3회철 히드라인데
It's 3 hatch hydra. Why 973?
9동이 여기에다가
9 drones in your main.
앞마당 미네랄 7동이
7-3 on your natural.
제3멀티
And 3 on your third.
드론 3마리 해서 973이라고 하는 겁니다. 자, 그 973 히드라를 보여드릴 건데
I'll show you 973 hydra.
제작한 영상이랑 살짝 다르게 알려드릴 거예요.
I'll show you a little differently from the other guide I posted.
여러 가지 방향으로 뻗어 나가기 때문에
After opening 973, there's a lot of ways that the build can flow out.
이거 분명 강의팔 내가 돈 주고 샀는데 왜 여기서 공짜로 풀어버리지? 라고 하지 마시고 좀 다르니까
So don't worry about this being a free sample because my other guides will cover how to do different builds after 973. The paid guide.
지금 1900점 정도고 레더 A 정도네요. 예, 레더 A 정도고 제가 강의 제작한 영상에서 상대방 분은 레더 2000점 정도 거의 비슷하다고 볼 수 있어요. 자, 이 정도 수준이다라고 보시고 판단하시면은 강의 구매하시는데 도움이 되실 거예요. 자, 오버풀을 해주면서
Build over pull, get 3 drones, and then with a drone, go scout.
7시는 오버로드로 보고 1시는 드론으로 보고 양쪽을 봐주면서
To scout both ways, 7 o'clock with the overlord, 1 o'clock with the drones.
찍고 앞마당에 게이트가 없다.
What the fuck did he say?
드론으로 보고 양쪽을 봐주면서 앞마당 9 게이트면은 올저글링을 찍고 앞마당에 게이트가 없다. 그러면은 투링 투드론을 뽑으면 되겠습니다.
So what he's saying here that with your scout that goes in both directions, if you see forward 9-9 gate, so forward 2 gate, just go all links with the larva. If you don't, you send your links natural.
프로브가 어디에서 왔는지 뭐 그런 거는 다 못 보시니까 보지 마시고 프로브 대 드론 싸움에서 1대1 싸움 졌다. 그러면은 드론 하나 더 나오시고 이렇게 파일런 견제한다. 고민하지 마시고 육적을 찍으세요.
So if it's pylon harassing like that and just making a pylon like that, don't just sit around. Just go make 6 links immediately.
육적을링을 찍으시면서 바로 멀티를 피러 가시면은
While making your 6 links, get your second expo immediately.
자, 1000 육적을링 이후에 미네랄 300원 정도에
What if there isn't a pylon on your match? Do you still make 6 lanes?
What do you mean?
No, you don't have to. I think he's just omitting that because normally, depending on the pro timing, you can tell if it's like Gate of Fear or Forge of Fiend. That determines whether he makes 6 lanes or 2 lanes, usually.
Yeah, he says about he couldn't see the probe timing there.
Okay, yeah. Because
He couldn't.
one of those times where it's like you can't tell if it's Gate of Fear or Forge of Fiend.
Wait, so Gate FE doesn't scout at the same time as Forge FE?
No,
He covered that on the last video. He covered all the scout timings in the one other 973 guide, I think.
You can tell if it's Forge of Fee if they scout you, or if they scout you like really early. So if you see the probe at like 120 or something, like crazy early, you know it's Forge of Fee. If you see it at like 145 or 150 or so, you don't know if it's Gate of Fee or Forge of Fee. And if you see it at like 210 or something super late, that means it's probably Gate of Fee last scout.
I see, okay.
So the one situation where like you don't know if it's Gate of Fear or Forge of Fee based on the probe timings, if they scout you at like 145 to 150, and you don't see them with your first overlord, which is like pretty rare.
I see, okay.
별로 손해 안 보고 지워지거든요.
Yeah, if you make 6 links, you should be having 300 minerals right then, as soon as your drone gets to the third, without stopping at the pylon.
넥서스 포지 넥 캐논 캐논이 아니라 포지 캐논 넥이기 때문에 상관없어요.
So he's just talking about the rationale behind the links.
상관없어요.
Let me go back a bit.
이러면 프로토스도 선 넥서스 포지 넥 캐논이 아니라 포지 캐논 넥이기 때문에
So the Protoss can't just simply go Forge Nexus Cannon. He has to go Forge Cannon Nexus if you get the links out. So that's his rationale behind making these.
상관없어요.
It doesn't matter if you make
그냥 뭐 서로
less or more.
비슷하다고,
Is that only if you make the pylon, or
드론 하나를
is
찍어주면
that?
If you make a pylon there.
바로 달려요. 바로 달리고 미네랄 200원 정도 때 또
Okay, that's actually
아카단지로 갑니다. 바로
And then at around 200 minerals, you send your drone out while you get while you make a drone, one extra drone, to replenish, I guess. So at 200 minerals, send the drone out to natural.
다가 이거는 973을 할 거기 때문에 빼줘요. 만약에 여기 3회 처리 견제 또 올 수도 있거든요.
So since you're planning on doing 973, just pretend to go out and then turn your links back because you're gonna do 973 build.
그거를
Do you say anything about the gas? Like, is the reason he's delaying gas is for?
자 여러분들은 이런 실수도 하실 수가 있기 때문에 죽은 거고요.
Oh, he lost his drone.
3회 처리 견제할 수도 있기 때문에 저걸링 돌아와주고
So why pull the links back? Because there can be pressure with it on your third hatch. or your third hatch location or your natural. So you just better to pull those back. Well, just pretend to go out to force cannons.
어차피 투 캐논을 박는단 말이죠. 토스는
I mean, standard response to 6 links is 2 cannons. So
원 캐논 게이트를 하면은 상관없어요. 왜? 난 어차피 히드라를 할 거니까.
if you did 1 cannon and then gateway, it doesn't really matter to you because you're gonna do 973 anyway, the Hydra build anyway.
어차피 나중에 원 캐논이든 투 캐논 시작이든 히드라가 갔을 때 캐논을 또 지어야 돼요. 어차피
Yeah, no matter how many cannons he has at start, it doesn't really matter because in the end of the day, when your Hydra's coming, he's gonna have to build extra cannons.
저거는 똑같다 그거예요. 사실
He's just talking about how it feels bad for you and your opponent. So it's a mutual negative.
Sick. I love shit like that.
세어 타이밍 차이가 있긴 하지만 그런 걸 못 느끼실
So
거예요.
there may be a small timing differences between these, but in the end of the day, you guys both feel bad. It's just bad for both Protoss and you. So
쓰셔도 되고 자, 인구수 16인데 여기서 히드라덴을 딱 지으면서 가스 50원대 바로 지어야 돼요.
so at 50 gas, around the 16th supply, you should be making Hydrogen right away.
그리고 드론 하나 찍고 16 오버로드를 하는 겁니다.
Make one more drone after Hydrogen, and at 16, you make Overlord.
자, 토스가 붙지만 상관없어요.
Yeah, the toss scouted this. It's kind of bad, but it doesn't matter.
안 보여주는 게 최상이긴 한데 보여주면 뭐 어쩔 수 없지.
I mean, sometimes the toss is gonna scout you, and you can't really do anything about it.
어쩔 수 없고 프로브를 잡아줍니다. 우클릭을 계속 강클해주면 껌을 밟는다는 단점이 있지만 저걸링 사정거리가 살짝 길어지기 때문에
So tip was getting probe. If you spam click them, they can stick better, but then they can also get stuck if they lose vision or something. The gum sticking bug.
Yeah. Happens to be
So you have to keep that in mind, but it's better overall to spam click them to keep closer.
때는 좋아요. 그리고
That's actually
히드라덴이
interesting. I
완성되면
didn't know that.
바로 이게 진짜 중요해요. 이 타이밍.
So as soon as your Hydra list then is done, you have to get that upgrade. What's that upgrade? Speed?
Hydra speed, yeah.
Yeah, speed upgrade as soon as the Hydra is done. This is a very vital part of the build.
좋아요. 그리고 히드라덴이 완성되면 바로바로 이게 진짜 중요해요. 이 타이밍. 히드라 소급 타이밍과 사업 타이밍 이런 거를
So the Hydra range and speed timing are the most vital part of the build. So you need to get that upgrade right away. No delay at all.
최대한 앞당겨야 되기 때문에
You have to pull forward this time as much as humanly possible. So
바로바로 눌러주셔야 되고 오버로드는 찌를 필요 없이 이렇게 뭐 드라곤에 안 죽게 강가 근처에 띄워주시고
yeah, your overlord just should hang out by places that shouldn't be easily snipeable with dragoons.
이제 계속 드론을 찍을 거예요. 거예요 일단.
And this is a drone expansion timing.
저글링 줘도 돼 괜찮아요. 자, 6저글링에서 인구수 25까지 드론을 뽑습니다.
So from 6 lings, say you have 6 lings, you up until 25, I mean 20, what did he say?
드론을 찍을 거예요 일단. 저글링 줘도 돼 괜찮아요. 자, 6저글링에서 인구수 25까지 드론을 뽑습니다.
So up until 25, it's just pure drones.
인구수 25까지 뽑고 6저글링이 있으면은 정확하게 973이
Yeah,
되는
because
거고
you want like
So 20
drones. You want 22 drones and 6 lings, so that's 22 plus 3.
6 lings, yeah.
여기서 오버로드 뽑아요. 오버로드를
And then after getting the correct amount, 973 drones, you get Overlord immediately.
본진에서 2번.
If you get it after,
So
okay, that's good to know.
what you should make is 2 Overlords in your main. What you say, Lumar?
Oh, I was just saying he gets the overloads after, which is good to know.
Yeah, okay.
I always get like 22, so I could like
Mhm.
continual hunter production, but
Yeah.
it seems like you want a whole big like.
He also says 2 Overlords in your main.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't think
본진에서
about that
2개
idea.
뽑을 겁니다. 왜 본진에서 뽑냐? 앞마당이랑 여기 멀티에서는
That makes sense to me because you already have 2 overlords.
Yeah, so why he makes 2 Overlords in main? Because the other ones will make Hydras.
Yeah, and yeah, you want the hatcheries closer to the storehouse, making hydras. You want the overlords like in the corner of your base so they can't possibly get sniped.
드론 10마리. 7, 3 더하면 몇이죠?
I assume.
5, 5
Yeah,
더하면
and
몇이죠?
also
10이에요.
making the like
이게
overloads to the one.
Yeah, so he's just doing mental math right now. Just go over the drones in each of your base. Just add up to 9 plus 7 plus 3.
히드라는 이제
It may have little change a bit because the order of the expansion was kinda screwed up because of the initial pylon, but then it should all add up in the end, the count.
소스 앞마당 이렇게 따닥따닥 찍어주시고
Yeah, your overload should.
올때 맞춰서 이렇게
Yeah, your overload go forward. Hydra.
찍어주시고
Rally.
히드라는 바로 눌러야 돼요 이렇게.
What I was saying was it makes sense to delay it, like to get 2 overloads at once, because then you like have a full burst of hydras, which gives like the probe less opportunities to scout.
Oh
So
yeah.
If they scout when you have like 3 hydras, like you're not gonna kill them with 3 hydras, but you like give them free information, right? But if they see like a bunch of eggs morphing, they can suspect it's hydras, but they don't know for sure, and they can't see like hydras crossing the map. So,
Yeah, that's what Zero also prioritized in that noob friendly three hatch lurker video. Just hide that 630 timing, scan timing with making all links on your 3 of your saved up larvas.
Yeah, and if you do stuff like that, like you don't necessarily really have to waste any large.
yeah,
Like
as long as you
can
don't
get a
leave it
burst
on
of
3.
production.
Is like even if it's just like 6 or 5, that's still a lot better than 2 plus in that.
이게 뭐야 모으는 거야.
Because you feel like 5 or 7, they have 1 or 2 cannons. I think,
잘라주시고.
Cut out the scouting probe.
이때쯤 이제 슬슬 커세어가 나올 텐데.
So around the time your hydras get to the opponent natural, the corsair should be coming right now.
그런 프로브는 죽여주시고요.
Kill the scouting probe.
요걸로 천천히 게이트를 깨는 겁니다.
So with their first hydralist that came forward, just kill the gateway.
일단 게이트를 깨고 사업됐을 때
After your range is done, kill the forge. So
올인을 할 거다. 나는 973 히드라로 올인을 할 거다라고 하시는 분들은 그냥 계속 히드라만 찍으시면 돼요.
so from here, if you want to all in, just keep pumping out hydras.
근데
Non-stop.
거다. 지금 보시다시피 히드라만 찍는데도 돈이 남아요.
So if you see now, even if he's constantly pumping out hydra, he has some money left over. So if you're gonna macro off this, just make extra hatch.
돈이 남기 때문에 이게 운영도 된단 말이에요. 이게 973의 장점입니다.
So this is the strength of 973. You can macro or all in.
여기까지만 히드라 생산하시고
So just stop hydra around now. Make your fourth hatchery,
드론을 뽑을 거예요.
and then go all drone.
사업까지 해준 다음에 히드라 한 부대 정도만.
After range, one control group of hydra, and you stop there.
소지 공업 절대 안 돼요. 이렇게
And that +1 should never be ever done. And while you drone up.
안 날라오죠. 그러면 레어를 찍고 일단 오버로드 하나 찌른 다음에
So the Corsair isn't coming right now. So what you do is just get layer and then poke him with one overlord.
여기서 또 간을 봅니다. 저글링 하나 던져봐요. 캐논
And then just get a feel of how many cannons he has with one link suicide and
보고 어이구야 너무 많이 지웠네.
this guy overbuilt.
많이 있으면 됩니다.
Just stay behind. You already got the reaps of benefits here.
Does he talk about how you judge what an overbuilding of cannons would be like?
Nope, he doesn't say that at all. He just said he has one group of Hydra, and then he's like, oh my god, that's a lot of cannons.
Right. Lumai, do you know?
오케이.
Like, when would you decide? Like, he overbuilt cannons. I've been building a lot of Hydras, but
I think it's
I feel
probably,
confident that I'm.
if I had to guess, it's around 1 cannon for 2 Hydras. I think would be pretty normal.
Oh, so he should have 6 cannons.
Yeah.
But this guy has like way more.
캐논이다.
I think
그래도
maybe 5 would work too, because all the cannons, like, you can hit at once, but then I guess the Hydras can target fire. And there's just cannons, so I don't know, maybe 1 cannon for every 2 Hydras. I'm not actually sure though, because I don't do this build.
Okay, he talks about it right now. 1 control group Hydra, 5 cannons.
Okay, good.
Alright.
네. 5캐논이다. 그래도
So, yeah,
뚫어요.
it's like slightly.
So even if it's 5 up until 5 cannons, it's breakable. Perfectly fine to break it.
히드라가 굉장히 세기 때문에 5캐논까지 뚫어요.
So up until 5 cannon is that bustable timing
이제 레어 올리고
with 12 Hydras.
자, 이
So get layer, get your 5th hatchery.
오버로 토스 체제를 볼
Yeah,
건데
so he had
뭘
like
보냐?
14 then.
게이트 숫자 그리고
That makes a difference.
로보틱스. 여기
So what you need to look out when you scout with their scout poking overlord is the amount, the robotics timing and amount of gateways.
그래서 5회 처리까지 올렸잖아요. 근데 상대가 바로 찔러시다. 그러면 여기서 5회 처리 상태에서 히드라를 짜내시면 되고 테마카다 6회 상태에서 히드라를 짜내시면 돼요.
So in this way, in this position, if this guy has, let me read that. Let me hear that one more time.
5회 처리까지 올렸잖아요. 근데 상대가 바로 찔러시다.
So if say the opponent's using speed lot timing, then you can just block it using 5 hatch.
그러면 여기서 5회 처리 상태에서 히드라를 짜내시면 되고 테마카다
Yeah, just pump out Hydras off of 5 hatch if it's speed lot timing.
6회 상태에서 히드라를 짜내시면 되고
So you had to make 6.
5회 처리 상태에서 히드라를 짜내시면 되고 테마카다 6회
So if it's Templar Archive instead of speed lot,
상태에서 히드라를
you get 6 hatchery and then get Hydras.
짜내시면 되고 이렇게 로보틱스까지 올렸다? 지금 끝까지 째서
But then say this guy went all the way to robotics. Just go greedy, hella greedy.
이거 조심해야 돼.
Just watch out for these storms.
조심하시고 자 이제 레어가 완성되면은 럴커 하실 분은 럴커업이랑 오버 속업 해주시고
So if you're gonna go, there's 2 choices here. If you're gonna go lurker, after your layer is done, get lurker and overlord speed. If not,
뮤탈 하실 거면은 스파이어 지어주시고
if not, get spire.
저는 뮤탈을
And
하기
overlord
때문에
speed?
Yeah, overlord speed with Muta, lurker upgrade. But if you're going Muta, just go spire.
그러면서 드론
So third gas, drone, cause he's so robotics.
Did he mention that the double gas at once is that standard? Because I don't think I see that too.
He just says get your gases up.
Okay. Fair enough.
이렇게 해주시고요. 드론이 굉장히
I
많죠?
guess with this many hydras, the gas is fine. So.
벌써 드론이 꽉꽉 닫혔습니다.
Yeah, you have tons of drones right now. Oh, you already have more than full saturation at each base.
이제 로보틱스가 완성됐으니까 셔틀까지 생각을 해줘야 돼요.
So now that robotics are done, you have to keep in mind the possibility of shuttle play.
앞에 있는 저글링으로 살아있는 걸로 시야하고 이렇게
So with the links that survive from the beginning of the game, get vision,
따다다다 해주시고 멀티하러 갑니다.
and then you get ready to expand.
스파이어 완성될 때쯤에 나바 남겨가지고 뮤탈 뽑아주시고요.
So around the time where your spire is almost done, you should save up your larva for a muta timing. Muta timing?
드론은 지구 끝까지 째도 된다 했죠? 거의 3월티까지 해처리를 지어놓고 드론도
And when he
살짝
was
더
two
찍어도
guesses
돼요.
again, it was when
What?
Lara was about to finish, right?
What?
He got his two guesses when Lara was about to finish.
Yeah, layer,
Okay.
along with choices between lurker, overlord speed, or spire.
지구 끝까지 째도
오케이.
된다 했죠?
So remember how I said you can just go full greed until end of the earth when I said you saw robotics?
Yeah.
거의 3월티까지 해처리를 지어놓고 드론도 살짝 더 찍어도 돼요.
So the timing to stop is when you can stop when you have built your force, and you still have time to drone up slightly more as you build force. But as soon as the force is done, and then you drone up a little bit more after that, it's time to stop.
Okay. So it just seems like a standard with
드론을
2 days
얼마나
is
째도
just to
되냐?
lightly saturate your foot base, which is what I thought.
들이 많으신데 드론 숫자는 멀티 숫자는 토스보다 하나 더 많게. 지금 토스
So how much greed you can get away with, and how much drones that should be making, you just need to keep one base ahead of the Protoss at all times.
앞마당까지밖에 없으니까 저는 6시까지만 있어도 돼요. 근데 7시를 짓는 이유는 토스가 급하라고 그냥 지어만 놓는 거고.
So reason why I am building, even though I only need one more expansion ahead Protoss, and I'm building on the 7 o'clock base, is because it's just a bait for a pressure creation for the Protoss.
7시에 붙일 드론까지 생산을 하시면은 드라템 뽕뽑기에 살짝 위험해요.
So if you say you pump out drones enough to saturate your 7 o'clock base, your force base, then you'll be in a lot of danger against Dragoon, Templar, all in, 2 base all in.
그래서 상대가 12시 지으면은 그때 드론을 찍어도
So you can just delay making droning to full drone, getting enough drones for your force base when you see that the opponent's about to take the 12 o'clock base.
않습니다. 이거는 제 강의에도 설명을 해드렸고 히드라 공업 찍으면서
Hydra attack upgrade,
뮤탈 뽑았어요.
get Mutalisk.
7시에 다크가 썬다. 그러면 뭐 취소하고 3시 먹으면 되고.
I mean, if the DT is contesting your 7 o'clock base, you can just remake your force at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock?
어쩔 수 없죠. 이제는 럴커 업그레이드를 하면서 자, 이걸 봐요.
So, okay, so now that your mutas are out, get your lurker upgrade, and then watch out for this.
로 12시 넥서스를 지었는지 아니면
So with your mutalist, you scout if the Protoss has built his 12 o'clock or not.
그냥 뽕 뽑든지 봐줍니다. 히드라 살짝 뽑으면서
So just make Hydra a little bit.
나오죠. 나오면은
Oh, so he's coming out.
일단 히드라를 다 찍어요.
Then if you see that he's coming out with his army, the opponent's coming out with his army, go get all Hydra.
남은 거에서 다 찍고 드라군이 오죠. 이 뒤쪽에 템플러가 온단 말이에요.
So the Dragons are walking like that, that means the Templars are lagging behind. Catch those Templars.
이동 속도가 느립니다. 와봐. 템 잡을 땐 M컨. M을 템에 찍으면
So tip with getting sniping Templars is that you should control your Mutalisk with M control.
이탈 머리가 보는 방향이 이쪽으로 간단 말이에요.
So if you control with your move command, your Mutalisk will face towards the enemy. So
그러면 그때 바로
You can- you can immediately
잡아주시면은
target fire.
넥을 치우라고. 자, 방금 말했듯이 12시 넥을 지었기 때문에 거기다가 템도 잡았죠. 그러면은
So since you have confirmed the existence of 12 o'clock base and also gotten the Templars,
드론을 쫙
It's time for you to drone up. Drone.
템도 잡았기 때문에 하이브까지 가줘요.
And since you have gotten Templar on top of that, you know, just get Hive.
는 원래 OAT드라 했을 때는 뭐지? 공이업 가면서 주챔 바싱 되고
So I missed what he said earlier.
원래 OAT드라 했을 때는 맞기 때문에 하이브까지 가줘요. 하이브 타이밍은
So Hive timing.
원래 OAT드라 했을 때는
Well, if you and 5-hatch Hydra,
뭐지? 공이업 가면서 주챔 바싱 되고
get +2 weapons and then get 2 second chamber.
이것도 마찬가지긴 하네요. 공이업 하면서 2업 찍으면서 하이브 갈 수 있게.
So the standard timing for Hive is getting 2-1 off of two chambers and then going Hive.
이런 식으로 자, 오버로드 펼쳐주시고요.
Spread your overlords out.
2업 히드라 2업 찍어주면서 근데 히드라 0-1업 상태에서 하이브를 가면은 여기서는 저글링 1-1업을 찍어도 돼요.
So there's another passive split of choices right now. You can get 2-1 Hydra upgrade, or you can just go for lanes and get +1 instead.
저글링 업을 찍고 여기
Get 1-1 instead of 2-1 for Hydras,
이제 럴커 전투하면서
and then get lurkers.
저글링 럴커로 전환을 하시는 게
And then you can transition into Zergling lurkers.
좀 더 좋긴 합니다. 이러면 하이브 가지고 7시 스타팅 지역에
Go Hive, and then on your 7 o'clock,
이거 진짜 여기에 같이
he doesn't have that many drones in your 7.
해도 돼요.
So you have a little bit of time until you can fully saturate 7, so you can get away with it.
이렇게.
Since he sniped,
드론 9마리를 찍어도 저글링 바로 맞다. 드론 9마리를 찍어도 얼마예요? 59, 45, 450원이고 토스도 여기에 400원을 투자했기 때문에 450원
so why can you get away with more than 9 drones on your 4th? It's because the Protoss has invested 400 minerals into his Nexus. And you have invested 350 minerals into your drones on your 4th. So you can get away a little bit more with more drones.
400원.
Wait, you said 9. Does that imply that if you're staying on 2 base, you make up to 9?
You can get away with more then, I think.
Okay, so I mean, I'm just saying, like, what he's implying is that you make 9 for your 4th base if they're on 2 base. Is that what that implies?
He's just talking about the numbers. He might explain more later right now.
뭐야? 똑같이 자원을 투자했기 때문에 안
Because
밀린다고요.
it's just before
He's just
said,
talking about matching the mineral investment with the Protosses.
Yeah.
Let me go back and...
왜냐? 드론
Or did you say, like,
9마리를
make
찍어도
up to 9?
저글링 바로 맞다.
Yeah, he said even if you make 9 drones, it matches your... slightly matches
Oh,
your...
okay. So you said
opponent.
up to 9. I thought that
Yeah.
he was like saying
Yeah,
you
up
can
to
go over
9.
if you do this. Oh, up to 9. Okay.
450원이고 토스도 여기에 400원을 투자했기 때문에
So 450 mineral investment, yours, versus 400 mineral investment for the Protoss.
450원, 400원. 그럼 쌤쌤이다 그거야. 똑같이 자원을 투자했기
Yeah,
때문에
you slightly overspend him, but then it's almost the same.
안 밀린다고요.
So you're not gonna get pushback in terms of army.
Okay.
오케이? 요거 이렇게 나오는데 아까 템 다 잡았고 이제 또 이렇게 뮤탈로는 계속 템만 노립니다.
So with your mutas, don't do anything but chase Templars, cut off Templars.
노리면서 토스가 온다? 그러면은 7시에 있는 것도 잡아먹고 데리고 와서 잡아먹으면 돼요.
So if the Protoss really shoves in like this, just bring everything.
좀 안 될 것 같으면 올코트 너무 다
pretty
숑숑하네.
scary.
괜찮아. 그래도 이게 템 만화가 이게 마지막
Yeah, no Templars.
하나를 긁어 많다고요.
You have a lot of Hydras, so you should be able to defend this.
자, 아드레날린 찍고
Get Adrenaline upgrade.
한번 업그레이드 찍어주고
Get Chamber upgrade.
이렇게 막으면은 이긴다.
Yeah, you pretty much won now. You blocked it.
이렇게 주시고
I like how his fucking APM is like
홀링 바로
300 now against a 2000 opponent.
Yeah.
위험했네요.
And you can go all links.
뭐야 이거? 이제 토스가 3월티를 하는지 다시 한번 짜내는지를 봐야 돼요.
Now you look out for if the Protoss is going for 4th or not.
그리고 하이브 완성되면은 3000번을 돌려주셔야 됩니다.
And after Hive, get their 3 chambers up.
오케이 3월티 가네요.
He's going for Force Expo.
이러면은 저도 추가 멀티를 해줘야 되는데
Then you have to go extra expansion yourself if the Protoss is going Force Expo.
안 급해도 돼요. 왜냐? 이
But you're in no hurry right now.
타이밍에는 보통 저기가 디파일러가 준비돼요.
Because by the time the Force is up for Protoss, your Defiler will be up. So you're not in hurry right now.
그러면 디파일러 다크솜이나 다크솜이 나오고 나서 추가 멀티를 지어도 늦지 않다.
So it's perfectly fine for you to delay your 5th Expo until Dark Swarm is out.
그런 소리예요. 6시에 이제 성큰 또
Get Sunkens on your 6 o'clock,
성큰
3 Sunkens
여기 지어주면은
on your high ground. It's really hard for Protoss to break it if you have 3 Sunkens.
3000벌 돌려야 돼가지고 돈이 좀 빡빡해요.
So around this time is when you're going full upgrade with 3 chamber and everything, so your money will be a bit short, tight.
그래가지고 멀티 짓다가 밀릴 가능성이 좀 있어요. 유리해도.
So even if you're in a really good position, there's a high chance that you're a bit short on money, even if you go expo and try to get 3 triple upgrades at once.
그래서 멀티를 너무 얼마
So you don't have to rush your 5th expo when the Protoss is getting forced up because you have Defiler.
빠르게 하면 안 되고 그렇게 해주면서
Just micro against Storm a little.
토스가 아까 한번 먹혔잖아요. 그러고 나서 오는 다시 한번 오는 병력은 저그가 돈만 안 남기고 잘 뽑았으면 절대 안 밀려요. 진짜.
So since Protoss already failed his previous timing, as long as you produced without making your bank build up, you're perfectly in a good. You can block it whatever.
진짜. 한번 꼬라박으면 그게 그래서 큰 거예요. 토스도.
So that's why it's such a big deal for Protoss for his first push to be denied like that.
이제 디파일러 다크서 아마 컨슈머비 됐죠?
He already got consume upgrade.
이때 멀티를 지어도 늦지 않다.
This is so even if he gets his expo a little late like this, it's not later. It's not in actual practical terms. It's not late at all.
이제 딱 짓겠습니다. 그리고 디파일러 추가하면서 남는 가스는 다 럴커를 만들어 주셔야 합니다.
So all your remaining gas after Defiler should be going into lurkers.
토스가 투포지도 아니고 원포지에서 업그레이드하면서 짜낸 거라서 계속 제가 막아주면 유리해요.
So since this Protoss is just pumping out units off of single forge, it's just advantageous for you to just keep blocking it.
여기 멀티
Trading units like this.
또 늦어도 돼. 괜찮아.
Yeah, he only one forge, so you can delay your 5th even more.
괜찮아요. 아직까지는 같은 자원이어도 상관없습니다.
So until this moment, at least for now, it's perfectly fine for you for both Protoss and Zerg to be on same expo count.
터널 타고 오면서 막아주시고요.
Defend it using your Nidus.
이제 디파일러 뜨는 순간 끝이에요. 토스는
As soon as the Dice Defiler pops out,
그냥
it's the end
딱
for Protoss, since Protoss is just all winning.
계속 이런 식으로 압박을 오면은 오히려 땡큐야. 오히려.
It's just, I mean, you should be thanking the Protoss instead now, because It's just perfectly fine and defendable if the Protoss keep shoving in like this.
플레이그에 취약합니다.
This is really weak to plague.
계속 치고는 하시면 돼요. 못 나오면 해처리 하나 드리고.
Just keep reinforcing with canal.
일단은 멀티마다 2개씩이라고 생각을 하시면 될 거예요.
So, hatchery count. Just think of it as having 2 hatch per expansion.
그러니까 6시까지 먹으면 멀티 3개니까 6회 처리.
So 6 hatchery on 3 base.
4팀까지 먹으면은 8회 처리인데
8 hatchery.
하나 더.
8 hatchery if you're on 4 bases. But thing is, the starting base have 8 mineral fields. So you can get away with 9 hatcheries.
이런 식으로 생각을 하세요. 자, 딜럿의 플레이그 데미지가 얼마야?
Yeah, plague on the zealots.
이제 플레이그만 계속 붙여주면은
Just keep spamming plague.
좋죠. 급할 게 저그가 급할 게 없는 게 이제 디파가 뜨면은 토스가 슈퍼지도 아니었고 뭐 이거를 가는 것도 아니었기 때문에
You're in no hurry in perspective of Zerg because not only did Toss not go 2 forge, he didn't get a Reaver as well.
그대로 9시 가면은 못 막습니다.
So he won't be able to block if you attack with Defiler on the 9
막을
o'clock.
게 없어요. 여기 뭐 대비돼 있는 게 없어.
There's nothing here.
이렇게 그대로 밀고 가면은 끝나요.
Just shove in and that's it.
다크섬 쳐지면서 이때 여기 못 맞거든요. 어이구야.
Oh no.
6시 오네요. 이런 거 잘 막아주시고. 오, 잘 막는데? 3챔버는 진짜 꾸준히 잘 돌려주셔야 돼요.
ZPM's going up.
Yeah,
맞네.
your third chamber should be going around, upgrading constantly. No rest.
했는데도 못 막아요. 그러면서 또 9시 버리고 1시 갈 수도 있으니까
Go look out for expansions.
멀티가 똑같아도 전혀 안 꿀려 이 타이밍에.
So if your defilers are up, it doesn't matter if you're on the same amount of bases. You should be able to fight the toss.
급할 필요가 없습니다.
There's no need for you to be in a hurry.
이제 토스는 힘을 잃었죠.
Rip toss. The end.
이렇게 173 운영하시고
That's it.
식으로 후반 운영해 주시면은
That was actually a really good guide.
토스전에서 중후반 가도
I learned a
절대
lot.